Hey guys, Thogden here, and welcome back to a brand new video. Today we've gone our separate ways, and we've discussed 10 different teams that we believe will succeed in the next 10 years. Now, when you look at a football club, what represents success? I believe it's winning trophies. Do you agree?
I agree, Theo. You know what? Today we're not going to go for the obvious teams like Man City and Liverpool, are we, Theo? And you know what? I want to know who's got the best knowledge from us two and who is the biggest mug. So get in those comments today.
Should we make a Thogden and Thogdad's opinion, and we'll see which gets more likes?
Absolutely. And I'd like 10k likes, please. That would be lovely.
Let us know in the comments, even if you support a team that's in the Norwegian second tier. Doesn't matter where you are in the world, let us know about your club. Give us some knowledge, because I want to hear some interesting points why you believe your football club will be successful in the next 10 years.
And my first choice, it is a bit obvious, Newcastle United.
That's it.
Let's not forget,
I'm bored.
They are the wealthiest club in the world, wealthier than Man City, PSG, Real Madrid and Barcelona. They've got to win something in the next 10 years, Theo.
Hey, Thogdad! Look, I thought we'd be talking about teams on the edge. Of course, Newcastle are in for a shout winning something. The richest club in the world!
But they've not won anything as of today. But they've got 50,000 Geordies every home game behind them.
True.
Good luck to Newcastle.
The big question, is that money going to turn into success? Trophies, winning leagues, winning cups. Are they really going to do that in the next 10 years?
Well, they're going to make some mistakes, Chris Wood. But you know what? Eventually, they're going to get it right.
My first pick, I've gone for Union Berlin. Now, they're a German side that I've gone to follow a few vlogs this season. You may have seen it. They got promoted 18-19 season. Since then, they've kicked on from like 11th to 7th. They're now sitting 4th this season in the Bundesliga. 4th. Unbelievable. And in the cup this year, Dortmund and Bayern are already out. They are literally second favourites to win after Leipzig. And I think they might even win a trophy this year. In the next 10 years, guaranteed.
Okay, Thoggy, who's your second team?
I've gone for Wolves.
Wolves?
Yeah. Have you not seen the Premier League table? They're winning games. Bruno Lage has come in, the Portuguese lad from Benfica. I'm telling you, Wolves are going to win a trophy next 10 years.
Theo, this is not meant to be a banter video. I think 1980 was the last time they won anything.
I'm telling you, the Portuguesers out in the Midlands are winning a trophy. I feel like it could be a Europa League or something.
All I can say is we are the one and only Wanderers. But Theo, my second choice is Sevilla of Spain. And I tell you what, they've won the Europa League 6 times, haven't they? They've got Lopetegui in charge.
They do, yeah.
He's a great gaffer if they can hold on to them. And I just feel that they can maybe win a minor European tournament or a cup in Spain.
Okay.
What do you reckon?
What, you think they're on the up? I like how you mentioned a Spanish club.
Yeah.
But let's just go back to Wolves. Why do you think Wolves can't win a Europa League? You're mugging me off it.
Oh, I just think mid-table mediocrity. I'm sorry.
You mug dad. So Bruno Lage, the manager that signed for Wolves start this summer, has massively improved Wolves. They previously had Nuno, and Bruno out in Benfica had a very good points per match ratio. He had 4-4-2 formation and it was playing really well. He's gone over to Wolves. They play a 3-back system. I've already mentioned players like Max Kilman, incredible. The whole team works well together. I think they can qualify for Europe and push on.
And my third team is Ajax of Amsterdam. Now, this season, Theo, they've only conceded 5 goals in the league, which is absolutely incredible. They smashed Group C, 100% record. Back in my day, when I was at Bebe, they won the European Cup 3 years running. They've not won it since 1995. Watch this space.
I just think you're boring, though. You've picked the best team in the Netherlands. Of course they're going to win a trophy. They're
I'm saying,
favourites.
Theo, what I'm saying is that they could win the Champions League. Yes,
you're being a mug. Hang on, I did watch them batter Dortmund 4-0 at home this year, and their fans do believe they can win a Champions League. But Dad, you're competing against the English big boys here. The boys that we wouldn't even mention in this video because they're obviously going to win something, like the Chelseas, Liverpools. You're up there with them.
But on their day, Ajax of Amsterdam can beat anyone in Europe.
He's not getting that right. They're not going to.
Less of this. Who have you gone for, lad?
I've gone for Nottingham Forest. And the reason I believe... Why are you looking at me like that?
I'm sorry, has Brian Clough come back alive? Is it 1980 again?
Hear me out here, Dad.
Nottingham Forest?
Last year...
The Papa John's Trophy? What are we talking about here?
Last year under Chris Hughton, they finished 17th. And that's what you remember of them. But this year, they're incredible. Best form in the league. Just a couple places from the playoffs. They've got Steve Cooper at the helm of things. They've got Spence, Johnson, Garner. A bunch of players that are breaking onto the scene. They're winning everything. They've got Leicester coming up. They beat Derby on Derby Day. I'm telling you, Nottingham Forest could even get promoted this season. Maybe an EFL Cup in the next 10 years too.
Well, I'll tell you what, excuse me for a minute. I'm going to go and see if Beadle's about.
If you're from the Midlands, you'll understand. Get in the comments and back me here. He's a mug.
Right, Theo, it's time for a bit of comedy. My fourth team to win a trophy in the next 10 years is Tottenham Hotspur.
No.
Now, stay there, Theo. Don't walk off. I remember them winning the FA Cup in 1991. They won the Carabao Cup in 2008.
A trophy?
They were runners-up in the Champions Champions League a couple of years ago. Tottenham will win a trophy. The fact that they haven't is an anomaly. They will win one.
Dad, no one's backing you here. The comments are, they're leaving laughing emojis. You've just said Tottenham are going to win a trophy.
They'll win something. It could be Europa League. It could be the Carabao Cup. Watch this space in
Honestly,
the next 10 years.
If Tottenham win a trophy, you're going to have to be the gaffer because you're putting so much positivity into that football club right now. They love you. Jokes aside, I genuinely believe Tottenham have the talent there. They just need to avoid bottling it, really. But I'm going over to Wrexham for my fourth pick. AFC Wrexham in the National League, the league below League 2. And the reason I believe the Welsh boys are going to be partying and winning a trophy in the next 10 years is because of the new ownership. Now, I respect the fans because the Supporters Trust came in 9 years ago and saved the club. The fans put money in to keep their club alive. The two Hollywood actors came in, Rob McAnally and Ryan Reynolds, and I think it's a great story, not just for the town, but they're a really well-supported club. Big up Bootlegger too. I think they're going to push on. They're around the playoff stretch right now. This season, they might get something, but next year, check a trade trophy. I get the feeling they can win it. I think it'll be a very fun 10 years to be a Wrexham fan. It'll be up and down, loads of stories. The eyes on you boys, the ones to watch.
Over to Germany now. My fifth team didn't exist a few years ago. It is RB Leipzig. Now, stay with me. A lot of people think they're a bit of a plastic club, but already they've been runners-up in the Bundesliga. They've got to the semi-final of the Champions League, and we've been there, Theo. Yeah. The atmosphere is actually very, very good. I respect that club.
They fill their ground. I don't know about the whole restriction situation. I've always thought the atmosphere was pretty good there. The town comes together for the big games, and Leipzig, like I said, they could win the cup. They're in the push for the league. They're in third right now, aren't they?
They are. Everyone's wired up on Red Bulls as well. It's all great.
Yeah, my fifth choice is Middlesbrough. Now, the reason I've picked him is because of their new manager. What are you doing?
Wrexham, hey, Middlesbrough, look. Nottingham Forest. This is a banter video, isn't it?
Chris Wilder has taken a League One mid-table side at the time, and he pushed them to 7th in the Premier League one point. He's a top manager, and since he's been at Middlesbrough, they've gone from gear to gear. Momentum is flowing. They've got qualities of Isaiah, Tavernier, the list goes on. I think Middlesbrough could sneak into the playoffs with Forest. The Championship's incredible this year, but I do believe Borough will win some kind of trophy in the next 10 years. It's a great story in the North East and a good group of fans. We met a lot of them too. They play a similar three-back system to what Wilder did at Sheffield United, and with new signings like Balogun, they can really go for it. You know, they got Aaron Connolly from Brighton too.
And now for my sixth team, Theo. Do you know what is the biggest fan-owned club in the UK?
No, I don't actually know. What is it?
It's Heart of Midlothian of Scotland. Hearts. You know what? And Hearts, they are third in the SPFL right now. They've got a good young team. Like I said, owned by the fans, and I love that. And I reckon they could win a cup competition, maybe the Europa Conference League, the Scottish Cup, which they last won 10 years ago.
Third in the league. They're suddenly smashing it. And Sutar, their best player, I'd personally say this season, unfortunately is off to, is it Rangers at the end of the season? Big loss for them because he's been one of the best players. They don't score a crazy amount, but they don't concede many at all. So, yeah, we'll see what happens when they play on the Edinburgh Derby. It's a big match. We might have to be there.
Now, Theo, who've you gone for as your sixth team?
I've gone for Red Star Belgrade, out to Serbia. You guys have remembered watching the video where I went out there for the Partizan match. They're currently behind Partizan in the Serbian League, which is a bit unfortunate, but they smashed Europa League group stages. They're ahead of Braga, Brentford's brother club Michelin, we know about that, and Ludogorets, and they're about to play a big team in the knockouts of Europa League. And I back them. Last year, they got knocked out to AC Milan. It was a 2-2 draw. There was a red card and some dodgy VAR decision in favour of AC Milan. I think Red Star can go on a run this year. Very well supported with everybody back in the stands, including me if they play a big team. I think they can go on a run and win something in the next 10 years. Watch out for the boys over in Serbia, Red Star.
And my seventh team is Wolverhampton.
I've gone for Wolves.
Wolves? Theo, this is not meant to be a banter video. I think 1980 was the last time they won anything. Wolverhampton Wanderers,
no,
Theo.
You're pranking me because you roasted me for saying Wolves earlier.
I was just having a bit of a laugh. I reckon Wolves are on the way up under Bruno Lage. You know, it's 42 years since they won a trophy, the League Cup they won then.
What?
In my day, they were a big team.
So you say, what? You're saying Wolves after everything you roasted him about?
Yeah, you were right. I was wrong.
We're going over to Denmark. Interestingly, for Brøndby IF. Now, the reason I picked them for a club to win trophies in the next 10 years is because they're currently third in the league, best on form, and they're only 5 points from top, and they recently went away to Brentford's brother club, Michelin, and beat them away from home, and that's a massive result. I think they're going to push on, potentially win the league this season, but in the next 10 years, we might see some serious European success. They got Michael Ura up top, bagging the goals, 11 goals in 16. Watch out for them.
Do you want to see us do a cheeky trip to Denmark?
Yeah.
And if so, how can we afford the beer?
Yeah, Brøndby's Derby Day. We've got to go out there and see what it's like. Loads of flares, pyro action. It's going to be incredible.
Over to France now. I'm wearing the shirt. It has to be Olympique Marseille, Theo. Best defence in the league this season. Third in the league. It's 12 years since they've won the French league. All the PSG money, Theo. That's bought the league. But I reckon Olympique Marseille can win something in the next 10 years. I'd love to see that because their fans are next level passionate.
Well, we're starting to go a little bit more European. How about we go worldwide? Ooh. I'm going over to the MLS, Inter Miami CF. Now, the reason I've said them, they're going to win trophies in the next 10 years. They've got serious money backing. We all know they will eventually qualify for the playoffs and probably win the MLS. And this is just a logical decision. They've already got Matuidi and Higuain through the door. They're going to continue to invest. Beckham's at the helm.
Yeah.
The manager is Phil Neville. And I really want to see him do well with all the English links. They're definitely going to win something in 10.
That'd be amazing. Somebody clip this and send it to David Beckham. Over to Italy now, Theo, and it's Inter Milan. Now, I know, don't switch off because I know it's obvious. They've won the Serie A 19 times. What I'm saying is that they can win the Champions League in the next 10 years.
What?
I tell you what, listen to the players they've got at the moment. Skriniar, Bastoni, De Vries, Brozovic, Barella, Perisic, Martinez, Sanchez, Dzeko. That is a decent squad.
Dad, we're talking about a Champions League here.
Yes, I'm talking the next 10 years they could win it. I'm getting bored of the English teams and the Bayern Munichs monopolising this competition.
I don't know who's next, but if it's Inter, you're a god. Because looking at the state of their team right now, they're not ready to win a Champions League.
Not yet, Theo, but that's the basis from what they build.
Listen, go into the comments, call him a mug. They're not winning the Champions League in the next 10 years. I'm sorry. And my 9th pick, another team that probably won't win the Champions League, Shamrock Rovers. We're going over to the Irish League. 7th time champions. They've won the league this year. And yes, they obviously are going to win the title in the next 10 years. That's obvious. But I think they might get some more European success. Now, this league does not get enough love because people talk about the Scottish League, English League. Yeah. The Irish first tier, it's got incredible support and fan base and flares and pyro. When Shamrock play against the boys, the Dublin Derby, it's insane. When Shamrock play against the Bohemians in the Dublin Derby, it is mental. I think Shamrock are a team to watch out for in the next 10 years. I think they can try and make that step up to just compete in the European tiers.
Right, what I'm going to do today, Theo, I'm going to book us flights to Dublin. It's about time we got back to that city.
In March, we're going to the Derby.
Let's do it.
Our 10th and final pick will not be a club. It's our wild card. We're picking a nation that we think will be successful in the next 10 years and win a trophy.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm going for the most iconic team of all time. It is Brazil, Theo. When I was growing up, it was Pele and co. That's
like
not
saying,
boring.
No, that's like saying Chelsea are going to win the Premier League in the next 10 years.
It's not,
They
Theo.
probably will.
When did Brazil last win the World Cup? I'll tell you, 2002. It's 20 years ago, but I reckon they'll win it possibly this year. Listen to this list of players, Theo.
Okay.
Alisson, Edison, Fabinho, Marquinhos, Thiago Silva, Fred, Firmino, Neymar, Richarlison, Vinicius. That team can win the World Cup this year.
You didn't even mention Rafinha. I'm scared.
I know I didn't.
If England have to play them, I kind of want to leave the room. When you bring in the World Cup, it's different to the Euros.
Yeah.
You throw in those South American teams, the USA as well. They're going to be going for it. USA have had some good results against England before. Do you remember we drew in the previous, was it World Cup? They can cause an upset.
You are picking the USA to win something in the next 10 years?
Yes, I am. And maybe it won't be the World Cup. It might be the American...
Copa America?
Copa America, there you go.
Wow.
The reason I've said that is because they're going to continue to develop the youth system because American football's too dangerous. So all the parents and all the families in America are putting them into soccer developments, as they call them. Obviously, I don't like it that. I think in the next 10 years, we're going to see such improvement in American football. It's going to be incredible.
I don't doubt the improvement there, but people have been saying similar things for the last 40 years, and for some reason it never happens. There's so many other sports in the USA. Tell us in the comments, is he a mug or am I a mug?
Will India take over? Will China take over?
I'll give you two answers, no and no. The state of Chinese football, it's madness, Theo.
Yeah, maybe it's just too much corruption.
There's no pyramid. There isn't the grassroots there. Until recently, Theo, it was illegal to have a gathering of 22 people.
What, from the government?
Yes.
That's mental. Will there be a nation that takes over that we haven't heard of? we got to respect a couple of these AFCON nations. Equatorial Guinea, what a shift they're putting in.
Oh, that was brilliant.
Amazing.
And Egypt, of course. They've got a chance to do quite well in the World Cup.
We're waffling. We've gone from talking about 10 clubs we think will success in the next 10 years to AFCON. Tell us in the comments what club is going to succeed, win trophies, and dominate world football that we aren't talking about currently. We've only mentioned 20. We could have mentioned 100. The comment section is going to be mental. And please subscribe. We get 10k likes. I will tattoo Thogdad's forehead saying MUG.
But you won't, will you?
And on that note, I'll see you in a bit.